Step into a revealing look at once celebrated stars now living their darkest chapters. In this video, we'll expose the shocking downfalls of famous figures who traded red carpets for prison cells. As of today, these infamous names are serving time for their widely publicized crimes, capturing global attention. Drop a 1 in the comments and stick around until the end as we uncover the jaw-dropping details behind their imprisonment. Danny Masterson, best known for his role in That 70s Show, faced serious sexual assault allegations beginning in March 2017, with accusations dating back to the early 2000s. Despite denying the allegations, he was dropped by his agency and fired from the Netflix series The Ranch. The case grew more complex as several alleged victims, who were also members of the Church of Scientology, claimed they experienced harassment, surveillance, and privacy violations from the organization after coming forward with their stories. Masterson's first trial ended without a verdict, but in May 2023, a second jury found him guilty on 2 of the 3 charges. This verdict marked a significant turning point in a case that had drawn considerable public attention. In September 2023, he was sentenced to 30 years to life in prison, underscoring the severe consequences of his actions. Elizabeth Holmes founded the healthcare technology company Theranos in 2003 with a bold vision to revolutionize blood testing. After dropping out of Stanford, she aimed to transform the healthcare industry with the Edison device, which she claimed could perform multiple tests with just a few drops of blood. This promise helped Holmes raise nearly $1 billion from eager investors. However, as investigations unfolded, it was discovered that Theranos' technology did not work as advertised, and the company had knowingly misled investors, leading to serious legal consequences. In June 2018, Holmes was charged with multiple counts of fraud and conspiracy, facing a potential 20-year prison sentence. She pleaded not guilty, and her highly publicized trial captivated the nation. Ultimately, Holmes was convicted on 4 counts of fraud and sentenced to over 11 years in prison, beginning her sentence at a federal prison in Texas in May 2023. Harvey Weinstein became a symbol of widespread allegations of misconduct, inspiring many survivors to come forward with their stories. Over 100 women accused Weinstein of harassment or sexual assault, with some incidents reportedly dating back to the 1980s. Prosecutors characterized his actions as a systematic abuse of power spanning decades. These accusations resulted in Weinstein facing multiple criminal charges in New York and Los Angeles. In 2020, Weinstein was sentenced to 23 years in prison for his convictions in New York, followed by an additional 16 years in the Los Angeles case. However, in 2021, his New York conviction was overturned, paving the way for a potential retrial. Now, at 70 years old and in deteriorating health, Weinstein is likely to spend the remainder of his life behind bars. His case, along with others involving celebrities receiving more lenient sentences, has ignited critical debates about accountability and fairness in the justice system. Tammy Lynn Sitch, also known as Sunny, was one of the brightest stars in professional wrestling. At the height of her career in WWE, she captured the hearts of fans and became the most beloved online personality in 1996. Her invaluable contributions to the sport were honored in 2011 when she was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, solidifying her status as one of wrestling's most legendary figures. However, Sitch's life outside the ring was overshadowed by a series of legal troubles. In recent years, she faced multiple arrests, including charges for harassing an ex-boyfriend. Matters escalated in 2022 when she was involved in a fatal DUI incident in Volusia County, Florida. She collided with another vehicle, causing the death of the driver, Julian Lassiter. At the time of the crash, her blood alcohol level was reportedly 4 times the legal limit, and she was driving on a suspended license. This marked her 4th DUI-related offense within a decade. In 2023, after accepting a no-contest plea to the charges, Sitch was sentenced to 17 years in prison, followed by 8 years of probation. During the sentencing, she expressed heartfelt regret, acknowledging the repercussions of her actions. "I understand how deeply painful it is, how it can tear your soul apart, and for that I am sincerely deeply sorry." Joe Exotic, a controversial zookeeper and businessman, gained worldwide fame after being featured in the Netflix documentary series Tiger King. The series highlighted his intense rivalry with animal rights activist Carol Baskin, to the point where Exotic was accused of hiring a hitman to harm her. In addition to these conflicts, he also faced serious allegations of killing tigers and illegally selling them, violating federal wildlife protection laws. In 2019, a federal jury convicted Exotic on 17 counts of animal cruelty and 2 counts of murder for hire, leading to a 22-year prison sentence. His case became a sensational topic, sparking discussions about animal rights and the ethics of exotic animal ownership. After appealing his conviction, Exotic's sentence was reduced by only 1 year. Now, at 58, he continues to face the consequences of his actions, leaving fans and critics alike to reflect on his complex legacy within the realms of wildlife conservation and entertainment. Josh Duggar, known for the TLC reality show 19 Kids and Counting, which followed Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar and their 19 children, experienced a complete downfall of his public image. The show was a major hit but was canceled in 2015 after serious allegations about Josh surfaced. He admitted to inappropriate conduct with minors, including some of his sisters. Although this shocked viewers, the statute of limitations prevented criminal charges at that time. In 2021, Duggar was arrested for receiving and possessing inappropriate material involving children. After appealing, he was convicted and sentenced to nearly 13 years in prison, marking a dramatic fall from grace for the once celebrated reality TV star. Todd and Julie Chrisley rose to fame through their reality show Chrisley Knows Best, which premiered in 2014 and led to the creation of a sprawling media empire with multiple spin-offs. However, the glamorous image of their family quickly fell apart when they faced serious legal troubles. In early 2022, Todd and Julie were indicted on numerous charges, including bank fraud and tax evasion. They were accused of falsifying documents to secure over $30 million in loans, subjecting their lavish lifestyle to intense scrutiny from both the public and authorities. Critics highlighted the irony of a couple basking in the spotlight while engaging in fraudulent activities to uphold their public image. Ultimately, the couple, along with their accountant Peter Tarantino, was sentenced. Todd received 12 years in prison, Julie 7 years, and Tarantino 3 years. As of 2024, Julie is awaiting resentencing following an appeal, while remaining in custody under the supervision of U.S. Marshals. The Chrysley's story stands as a stark warning about the dangers of fame and the consequences of living beyond one's means, prompting reflections on the truth behind their once adored public persona. Tory Lanez, born Daystar Shua Peterson, burst onto the music scene in 2016, captivating audiences with his unique blend of singing and rapping. He quickly made a name for himself with a series of standout albums and hit singles, including Say It and Love Me Now. However, his path to fame took a dark turn in 2020 when he was arrested in Los Angeles for carrying a concealed weapon following a violent incident at a house party. The situation escalated when Megan Thee Stallion publicly accused Lanez of shooting her multiple times, a claim that left fans stunned. Although Lanez denied the allegations and even released an album largely focused on the controversy, his legal troubles continued. In 2023, he was found guilty on several charges related to the incident and subsequently sentenced to 10 years in prison, marking a significant downfall for the once promising artist. Another star is Mel Hall, who made his mark in Major League Baseball for over a decade, playing for teams like the Chicago Cubs, Cleveland Indians, and New York Yankees. Fans fondly remember his spectacular plays, including a memorable 3-run homer that secured a victory for the Yankees. Hall even played professionally in Japan before retiring in 1996. However, in 2007, Hall's life took a serious turn when he was arrested in Lewisville, Texas, on charges of sexual assault. As the case unfolded, more individuals came forward to share their experiences, shedding light on incidents that occurred when they were minors. In one alarming case, Hall developed a relationship with a family under the pretense of wanting to marry their daughter, ultimately leading to troubling circumstances. In 2009, Mel Hall was convicted of multiple charges and sentenced to 45 years in prison, marking a tragic chapter in the life of an athlete whose once promising career ended in controversy. Jen Shah first rose to fame in 2020 as a star on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Known for her lavish lifestyle and her marriage to Sharif Shah, a football coach at the University of Utah. She famously described their relationship as a FaceTime marriage, highlighting the challenges of their busy lives. However, just a year later, Jen's reality TV fame took a scandalous turn for all the wrong reasons. While filming, she became embroiled in serious legal troubles, facing accusations of money laundering and wire fraud. She was arrested on charges of targeting elderly and vulnerable individuals, offering fake business services in exchange for high fees. The shocking allegations quickly overshadowed her glamorous persona, turning her into a controversial figure in the reality TV world. In 2023, after pleading guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud, Jen was sentenced to 6.5 years in prison. During her sentencing, she expressed remorse, saying, "My actions have hurt innocent people." Despite the severity of her crimes, her status as a model prisoner has led to multiple sentence reductions, leaving fans wondering what the future holds for the once beloved reality TV star. Ryan Grantham, who began his acting career in 2007, appeared to be on a promising path in the entertainment industry, with notable roles in shows like Supernatural, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, iZombie, and Riverdale. However, his life took a tragic turn in 2020 when he committed a shocking act that changed everything. In a heartbreaking incident, Grantham took the life of his mother in Squamish, British Columbia. He later stated that he believed he was protecting her from witnessing his troubling intentions. Following the incident, Grantham recorded a confession while driving but ultimately chose to surrender to the authorities, expressing remorse for his actions. In 2022, Grantham pleaded guilty and was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 14 years. This heartbreaking event not only ended his acting career, but also sparked important discussions about mental health and the struggles that can lead to such devastating choices. Amy Locane, known for her roles in the sitcom Spencer and the soap opera Melrose Place, captured the audience's attention in the 90s with her talent and charm. With memorable lines like, "Sorry for getting you locked up tonight, you were the best date I ever had," she seemed poised for a bright future in Hollywood. However, by 2005, she had stepped away from acting and only appeared in a few short films in 2010. A tragedy struck in 2010 when Locane was arrested for speeding and driving under the influence, leading to a severe accident that resulted in the death of a 60-year-old woman named Helen. Reflecting on the incident, she admitted, "I drove home while I was intoxicated and the consequences were devastating." In 2013, she was sentenced to 3 years in prison and was released in 2015, claiming to have remained sober since the accident. However, the leniency of her sentence sparked public outrage, leading to appeals and an extended sentence in 2019. Locane received an additional 5 years, which was later increased to 8 years in 2018-2020. She is expected to be eligible for parole at the end of 2024. Acknowledging her mistakes, she stated, "I made a mistake, and I have done everything I can to not be the person who does what I did." Her journey serves as a stark reminder of the consequences of reckless choices. Ian Watkins, the lead singer of the Welsh band Lost Prophets, was once a prominent figure in the emo music scene of the early 2000s. Many fans fondly remembered songs like Last Train Home, but that nostalgia quickly turned to horror when his legal troubles came to light in 2012. After a series of arrests for drug possession, police searched Watkins' home and uncovered disturbing content on his computer involving minors. As the investigation progressed, it became clear that Watkins had exploited his celebrity status in the most egregious way possible. Although fans initially hoped the allegations might be untrue, those hopes were shattered in 2013 when Watkins pleaded guilty to multiple severe charges, including serious sexual offenses. Watkins was sentenced to 29 years in prison, along with an additional 10 months for possessing a mobile phone while incarcerated. His actions impacted many, and the mothers of his 2 victims were also sentenced to lengthy prison terms of 14 and 17 years, respectively, for their roles in facilitating his crimes. Their names have been kept confidential to protect the identities of the children. This tragic case serves as a stark reminder of the darker side of fame and the severe consequences of exploitation. Gary Glitter, known for his signature glam rock style and vibrant costumes, was once a prominent figure in the music scene, famous for his catchy hits. However, his career took a serious downfall following severe legal issues. In 1999, he was sentenced to prison for offenses related to child pornography. After serving his sentence, Glitter expressed a desire to move forward, stating, I've paid for my mistakes and want to put it all behind me. After his release, Glitter traveled internationally, but encountered further legal troubles in 2006 when he was convicted in Vietnam for unrelated offenses. In 2015, he returned to the UK and was convicted of historical offenses as part of Operation U-Tree, receiving a 16-year prison sentence. In court, he was referred to by his birth name, Paul Gadd, though the judge noted, "You will almost certainly be better known as Gary Glitter." In 2023, Glitter was released, but was soon recalled to prison for breaching his release conditions, which involved accessing prohibited material. Glitter's journey reflects the profound consequences of past actions and highlights the ongoing challenges of rehabilitation and accountability. Michael Jace, known for his role as Officer Julian Lowe in The Shield and a minor part in Forrest Gump, experienced a life-changing event in 2014 when his wife, April, filed for divorce. Rather than accepting her decision, Jace committed a tragic act of violence that would forever alter his life and the lives of those around him. When April returned home after picking up their children from baseball practice, a confrontation took place, ending in her tragic death. Following the incident, Jace called 911 to report what had happened, while neighbors also contacted emergency services after hearing gunshots. This shocking event left the community in disbelief and highlighted serious issues surrounding domestic violence. In 2016, Jace was found guilty of murder and sentenced to 40 years to life in prison. His story serves as a poignant reminder of the devastating consequences of conflict within relationships and the importance of seeking help in challenging situations. Suge Knight, co-founder of Death Row Records, played a significant role in the rise of West Coast hip-hop during its golden era, known for his larger-than-life persona and extensive connections in the music industry. He became a powerful figure in hip-hop. However, as his influence grew, so did his legal troubles, casting a long shadow over his legacy. In 2015, while on the set of Straight Outta Compton, a biographical film about NWA, Knight was involved in a violent altercation with two men, Terry Carter and Clee Bone Sloan. The situation escalated when Knight allegedly ran over both men with a pickup truck, resulting in Carter's death and severe injuries to Sloan. Following the incident, Knight turned himself in and faced serious charges. Initially charged with murder and attempted murder, he ultimately pleaded no contest to voluntary manslaughter in 2018 and was sentenced to 28 years in prison, with the possibility of parole in 2034. This event marked a significant downfall for Knight, leaving fans and the music industry to grapple with the impact of his actions on his once storied career. Jared Fogle, once the iconic face of Subway, rose to fame with his incredible weight loss journey, becoming a symbol of healthy living. However, in 2015, his partnership with Subway abruptly ended after the FBI raided his home, uncovering shocking details. During the investigation, authorities found that Fogle had been involved in distributing and receiving inappropriate material and admitted to crossing state lines for illicit activities with minors. Facing a potential 50-year sentence, Fogle agreed to a plea deal and was sentenced to 15 years and 8 months in prison, with the possibility of early release in 2029. R. Kelly, once a renowned R&B superstar, is now serving over 15 years in prison for serious allegations of sexual misconduct. Throughout his career, he faced repeated accusations, leading to widespread protests demanding justice and calls to cease releasing his music. Allegations first surfaced in 2002 when a leaked video allegedly depicted him engaging in inappropriate acts with a minor, though he was acquitted in 2008. In 2019, the docuseries Surviving R. Kelly aired, presenting compelling testimonies from his accusers, which sparked public outrage and spurred authorities to take action. Shortly after, Kelly was arrested and charged with numerous state and federal crimes. In September 2021, a Brooklyn judge sentenced him to 30 years in prison for his offenses. Starting with Kid Creole, a pioneering icon of hip-hop as a member of Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five, who once reached the pinnacle of fame in the music industry. However, as the group's popularity waned, Kid Creole stepped away from the spotlight. By 2017, Nathaniel Glover, also known as Kid Creole, had left the music industry behind and was working as a handyman in Manhattan, marking a challenging new chapter in his life. His life took a tragic turn when he encountered a homeless man named John Jolly. The two were caught on surveillance camera before disappearing from view, and soon after, Creole fatally stabbed Jolly, who was later pronounced dead at the hospital. Creole claimed he acted in self-defense, alleging that Jolly had made unwanted advances toward him. However, the legal system disagreed with his argument. In 2022, Kid Creole was found guilty of first-degree manslaughter and sentenced to 16 years in prison. Upon release, he will face an additional 5 years of supervision. Corey Miller, better known in the hip-hop world as C. Murder, was a shining star with the group True and his chart-topping solo tracks in the late 90s. He captured fans' hearts with hits like Murder One and Down for My Ends. However, his flourishing career came to an abrupt halt in 2002 when he was arrested for the murder of a teenager named Steve Thomas. In addition to a 10-year sentence for an attempted murder charge, Miller was convicted of Thomas's killing in 2009 and sentenced to life in prison. Throughout the years, C. Murder maintained his innocence and repeatedly appealed his conviction. In 2018, new developments emerged when 2 witnesses recanted their testimony, claiming they were coerced by the police. Kenneth Jordan, one of the witnesses, swore that the police had pressured him into lying by threatening unrelated charges. Despite these retractions, in 2023, a judge upheld C. Murder's sentence, forcing the former rapper to continue navigating a complex legal battle while reflecting on a once promising career. What do you think? Which celebrity case do you find the most serious when it comes to leniency in sentencing? Nicole Richie, Vince Neil, Matthew Broderick, or someone else? Let us know your thoughts. Thank you for watching my video. There are many more exciting things coming up in future videos, so stay tuned. Thank you and goodbye.